Interested in working remotely from home with the ability to set your own schedule? Then contact Notary to Notary. Our online training program teaches individuals everywhere how to create and run successful notary businesses nationwide. Whether you're looking for supplemental or full-time income, we'll teach you the benefits of being a business owner, including time and financial freedom. Visit notarytonotary.com to learn more about our training program.
Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did. Okay, y'all. Huh? Okay, so listen. Can y'all hear me? Listen, y'all don't understand. I was crying. I was a little teary-eyed. She don't know. She know now. I was a little teary-eyed, y'all. Are you here with me? Good morning. 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 Hi. Okay, listen. It's a moment, y'all. It's a moment. So I wasn't having a rough morning. I was just having, wasn't like the best morning. And I will tell you now, I'm having a really good morning because I just got some really good news. And I was just like, I don't know what made me check in on her. It was something I needed. Oh no, she reached out to me for her address. Okay. So one of my students from my Built For You program, y'all, honey, listen, okay? And I'm gonna tell you about it. She's gonna come on here and do an interview tomorrow, though. But y'all are gonna on YouTube, do on YouTube. And I'm really excited because, first of all, I work with you guys day in and day out, and I am blood, sweat, and tears coaching with you guys that are like, hey, I want to build a notary business. Day in and day out, you know. And I was telling her 90% of my time is working with you guys and like working through your complaints, or this isn't working, or I don't know how to do this part, or like trying to get you motivated and like, come on, you know, or like critiquing what you're doing and giving you feedback. And so 90% of the time I'm actually working with people to build their business, right? Can you guys hear me? To build their business. And one of my students actually been with me for a while, and she got into the Built For You program. Honey, when I tell you, can y'all guess in the chat what she's doing right now monthly? Just put in the chat. I think she's doing this much. When I asked her how much she was doing and she told me, I was like, hold on, sis. Okay. And I swear I had to hold it back. I said, Vanessa, why is you crying? What is going on? I said, because I put so much, and I'm trying to tell y'all, like, you can do this, you can do this. And I have to like, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's what I'm here for, to help you. But when I get my students like Ebony Locke, Sophia, Melissa, all of them, like, you know, that come out and they say, oh, I did it. When I get those, it's like, oh, it makes it worth it, because y'all don't understand. This business literally changed my life. Okay. It really did. And I had no intention. It was so funny. I had no intention of teaching anybody else how to do it. That's not why. So when I got started in 2014, I had no intention of starting a notary training company. That was not my intention at all. When 2014, my intention was to make some money so I could take care of my daughter. That was my intention. And I did that. I did that for years, you know. And yes, in 2016, I made my 10K. I hit my 10K a month average, and that's where I was. And I was doing it 2016, 365, 2017, 365, 2018, 365. Like that was what I was, 2019, 365, you know. And then right before COVID hit, I started training. And so now everyone's in the house. I'm like, well, let me teach y'all what I do, you know? And it turned out to be this opportunity for me to show you guys, hey, let me show you how I was able to get into this industry and make great money without a degree. You know, it wasn't heavy out of pocket, about like $100, $200 out of pocket to get started. And I've been helping people, but I will say, like, I teach hundreds of thousands, whether that's through social media, website, my courses, my books, conferences. Like, I'm going all over the place teaching people how to do this. And it just makes me really, it's almost like a tearjerker. I'm not going to cry. I already did my little teardrop. I'm not going to cry, but it's a tearjerker when I get people that actually succeed and hit it, because it's like, I know that you can do it, you know. It makes me happy. But then when I see it, it's like, I think what makes me so happy is because I know your life is different now. Like, I know, like, a lot of people are struggling, you know. A lot of people are struggling. Like, even if it's not financially, like, you're miserable. Like, you're going to a job that you don't like. For me, I was going to a job I didn't like, and I was struggling. So it was like a double whammy, you know? And so when I'm able to help someone, it's like, it's different because I know, like, your life is now changed forever. You know, as long as notary is a thing, you now have a way to not just make income, but live comfortably in that income. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things that it's bigger than, oh, you made your 10K or your 5K, your 50. It's bigger than that, because a lot of you guys, when you say, oh, I want to make six figures, it's not, you know, just to have the money. It's because something is going on in your life that you need that change, whether that's you're in debt, maybe like you're living where you don't want to live, you don't have a car, you know, maybe you've got family members that's sick, maybe you need this for your kids, maybe it's like you're sick and you hate your job, or like maybe you have something that's going on in your life that the money would alleviate a lot of those problems, or having the time back so you're not losing your mind and having to clock into a job that's literally driving you crazy. You know, it's bigger than, oh, I just made 5, 10, 15K. It's bigger than that, you know? And so, like, when I'm on here, most of the time, I'm just telling y'all, like, oh, you know, you can make six figures, do this, do this, do this. But it's so, at the end of the day, we can have this moment. And this moment is where it makes all of it worth it. It makes all the emails, all the social media, all the reviews, all of the coaching, all of the pushing, it makes it worth it for me. That's why I said, girl, you make me cry. Because, like I said, it's bigger than that. And so, yeah, you're going to see her interview tomorrow. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, I'm going to put it up on YouTube. But, yeah, I'm going to let her tell you her whole story. But when I was asking her, I said, okay, well, what you doing? What's your average? She said, I'm doing about a little over 10,000 a month now. And I was just like, hold on, sis. It just made me happy, because it's like, I know, like, I know what I know, you know, and I know you can do it, you know. And the reason why is also, like, I have students all over the country who have made it, who, like, I have another student, she was just telling me the other day, she's been hitting six figures for the past 2 years. The past 2 years, she got into it, you know. And one thing I love that she's going to tell you guys about tomorrow is it's not easy. You know, I said it's easy in comparison to what I've done. Like, I've worked construction, I've done restaurant jobs. It's easy in that comparison, but it's work. And she's going to tell you some of the struggles that she went through, because a lot of you guys are going to be able to relate to that. Where you're going to say, well, and she's going to tell you one thing, for example, she hates marketing, but she had to push through it. You know, like, she had to push through it. She had to do it. And she's going to tell you all about her ups, her downs. She's so busy right now. She said she has to get her husband to help her. Okay. And so, this is coming from when I was with her in the beginning, she wasn't like, she didn't have anything, you know, it was just from the beginning, like, oh, this is interesting to me, you know, like, and so it just makes me happy because it's like, I've been watching her and helping her and going through like the ups and downs. And a lot of my students that do make it, we say make it, like you hit your 6 figures, it's not overnight. You're not going to get it overnight, you know? And when I'm riding y'all, like I've been fussing y'all out. Some of y'all fussing me out too, so I'm going to give you that. When y'all fussing me out and I'm like, don't do that, stop doing that, do this. It's so you can get to this point. It's so that you can get to where you're hitting those goals, you know? And it's not going to come overnight. It's not something that's going to be like, oh, I got a course today and I'm 6 figures tomorrow. That's not how that works. And I've never said that. Okay, I've always said you have to commit. You have to commit. You have to commit. You know, if you're just dilly-dallying, jumping in, jumping out, you're not going to hit that. You have to be sold on it. You have to be sold. And it's like, I don't know. It just really, I was so excited. And I was going to send an email out. Because normally I just put a post or email that says, hey, we have a student interview tomorrow. Boom, you're going to see. But I had to come on here, y'all, because I was just like, she made my whole day and she don't even know it. Well, she know I told her. I said, I feel like I need to do something for you. And she was just like, no, you didn't do enough. And I was like, no, I just feel like because you don't know how happy you made me. Because y'all don't know. Y'all know some of y'all be stressing me. Y'all know that. Some of y'all be stressing me. Y'all be stressing me. And then on top of that, a lot of you guys, when you come to me, it's not just Vanessa, help me with this. It's I have these medical conditions, or my parents are sick, or I'm going through this, or I just got, you know, kicked out of my house, or you guys are always, you're giving me all of life that's happening to you. And you have all of this life that you just gave me. And it's like, Vanessa, help me. Like, I need this to work. Look at my life. And so think of it kind of like, I'm not a pastor, but I can imagine how pastors kind of feel when they like have to help people and they give their life to you. And so people come to me and they say, Vanessa, I had one, she did it. One young lady, she came to me, she just got fired. And she's like, Vanessa, she had my course, but she was like dilly-dallying. And she's like, I just got fired. And I don't have no other way, Vanessa. I ain't got nothing else. You know how much pressure that is? Now, it's pressure on me, but it's also like my pressure is to motivate you. Because all my courses tell you exactly what to do. Like, nothing that I say out of my mouth on YouTube or, you know, on social, on coaching, none of that stuff is not action steps. They're all in the course. Everything's there. But now, like Rossa just said, like, I have to fuss you out and I have to say, hey, let's go. No, you need that, like, get up and go, that, can you help me? Can you, like, and so that's a lot. And so when I'm able to have another one of my students that come out and say, and the thing is, like, when I'm telling y'all, like, oh, one of my students, she made 10K, like, she's on average doing 10K a month. It's kind of weird because it's like, y'all my students, but you're not my students. Like, y'all my students, but I'm just Vanessa. It's not that deep. Like, people be like, I'm so surprised you still answer your phone. Like, it's not that deep. I'm not that far. Like, people, like, they making it bigger than what it is. Like, yes, you're my student. Yes, I'm going to help you. But it's not like, I don't look at it like I'm trying to teach you how to build a rocket ship. You know, I'm teaching you, like, how to create an income source that I found, that I feel is very easy to attain for the majority of people. Okay, for the majority of people, this is a very simple, not complex process that you can attain. And I said it because I don't have a degree. Am I smart? Yes, but I don't have a degree. I didn't, like, you know, I don't know. I'm a regular person, just like you. Like, we all the same right here. It's nothing like super. Now, don't get me wrong, I am amazing, but I'm saying anybody can do this. Like, anybody can do this. And I will tell you, out of all my students that I've done student interviews with, or sometimes just talk to, they always say they had to get out their own way. They were in their own way. They had to get out of their head. They had to, you know, it was a me thing. It was an internal thing, because the skill set itself is not challenging. You know, it's like some things are hard. This is not like a hard industry. You know, right now, if you're listening to me, what would you say is your biggest challenge? Go ahead, I'm gonna call you out too. Put in the chat, what's your biggest challenge? as far as building your business. It's not a hard thing. A lot of times either life is lifing, okay, or it's an internal thing. Like, oh, I had one of my babies in here. If you listen to me right now, I'm talking about you because I'm fussing you out. So I had to fuss you out yesterday. Okay. One of my babies was like, okay, Vanessa, I want to do the Built For You program. She asked me, I want to do the Built For You program. The Built For You program is $3,000. Okay. It's $28.97 where we build your business for you. She said, I want to do the Built For You program. And I was listening to her talk. And I said, and that's one thing, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you all the time. Like I'm flawed, I have my errors and all the things, but I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. People always say, I love that about you because you're always so real. I don't have no reason to lie to you. For what? So she was talking to me and she said, I want to do the Built For You program. And as I was listening to her talk, I said, why? Why? And she really couldn't pinpoint her why. And I was like, well, I don't want you to get into this program just to spend money. Like for what? If you're not going to do it, why are we doing this? And I'm really serious. And so I said, I don't want you to sign up. Do not sign up for this program because I don't want you just to pay $3,000 for a program that's going to sit on the shelf and we're not doing anything. Because right now your problem is not, let me go be a notary and get in this program. Your problem is, what am I doing and why? Like, what is your purpose here? Like what is your why? Is it to make more money? Okay, for what? So you have time freedom? Is it so you don't have to work a job? Is it so you want to try? What is your why? I'm not about the business of just like, because then I'm invested. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you going to show up? Are we showing up today? And she had to sit there for a minute and she said, you know what? I don't know my why. And I said, you need to stop. Because otherwise, I think you just be bouncing around, just doing stuff. You just doing stuff. Stop. Go sit down. Take a couple days. Go sit down. Meditate. Okay? And ask yourself, why are you doing this? So for me, I tell all the time, my why was I had just had my daughter and I hated my job. I didn't really like my job. I don't say hate. Hate's a strong word. I didn't really like it. It was boring. And I wanted more time to be with her. And so that was my why. That was my grit. That was my get up and go. Even after that, it was to provide a life for them. So my children have always been my why. Okay. When it came to entrepreneurship, it was always my why. It was time and financial freedom for them. And so when I ask you, if I say, okay, well, why are you doing this? What is your why? If your why, so there's a quote that says if your why is big enough, you can overcome any how. Okay. So if I say, hey, Lorenzo, what's your why? And your why is big. And I say, okay, good, build this website. And that's like driving you crazy. If your why is big enough, you're going to get it done. However it has to happen, it's going to happen. But if you don't have a why, and your why is just, oh, well, I don't know, something else to do, or you're not committed. I put a video out that recently. I said, most people are not committed to what they're doing. Like, you're not sold. If you were sold, you would be running at it. You're like, I had one of my students, I fussed her out a little bit too, because she was like, I said, if you knew that you were going to make money, the amount of money that you're set as your goal, you would work harder. But like when you go to your job, all of y'all, if you have a job, when you go to your job, you don't question, am I going to get paid in 2 weeks or whenever you get paid? It's not like, I don't know, maybe I'll get it, maybe I don't. For most people, it's not like that unless you're in sales, right? Come Friday, if that direct deposit don't hit, you finna fuss everybody out. Because what? Because you knew you was gonna get paid. Honey, I clocked my hours, okay? So because you have that confidence, you continue to show up. I call it kidnapping yourself. If you're going to a job that you don't like and you're doing, people, don't give me the preaching on here because y'all, I'm gonna fuss y'all out. If you're going to a job that you don't like or doesn't pay you enough or you're not happy there, if I showed up to your job or somebody showed up to your house and picked you up and took you somewhere that you did not want to go, you would call the cops because that's kidnapping. But we kidnap ourselves every day and we pick ourselves up and we make ourselves go somewhere. But you go there because that check is guaranteed. That check is comfortable. That check is safety. You know it's coming. So you basically shut off all your dreams, all your aspirations. Oh, I want to travel, all of that. You done shut that up. And you say, well, I'm going to go here where I know I'm going to get my check. And you sitting at your job complaining all day. You one of those. I used to be one of those. Right? Because it's comfortable. And then what happens is you sit in that job that you don't like, that's uncomfortable, right? Whether it's the money or it's the job itself, or if you just want to do more, sometimes it's just in the internal, you just want to do more, and you sit there, and what happens is you have this thing inside of you that's your real potential, your real calling. It starts to poke its head out, and that's when you start looking at other stuff, and you say, "Oh, well, I always wanted to do real estate, or I always want to be a notary, or I want to do this," and you start looking, because that is, you're never going to be content, and so you can shut down that thing that's like, you can do more, but what happens is if you have something that is sustainable and it's your comfort zone, you're going to stay there. And so that's why it's hard for people to, when they get into entrepreneurship for the first time, it's hard for them to really perform, because they have something to fall back on. But I'm telling you, if you burn those boats, if you just say, "Hey, I have nothing to fall back on," get fired from your job. Okay, get fired from your job and see how quick you start. Like, okay, maybe I can do something, right? Get laid off. Have your industry totally destroyed. Have something major happen. Something happens in your family or what have you that you have to perform. You always show up when you have to show up, right? But we're not showing up for ourselves. We settle, and then we look up when we're 60, 70, 80 years old and say, "Hey, what happened?" You happened. Sorry, and ma'am, you happened. You decided that you was going to give your whole life away and just say, "Oh, well, maybe next time." But I'm saying that because when I was that person, okay? I was that person because I was exposed. That was the life that I was exposed to, because everyone around me did it. It was normal. Everybody works jobs they don't like. Everybody, doesn't get paid what they want. No one travels more than once or twice a year unless you're rich, and you know what they got to do to be rich, right? I was that person. And so once I got a taste of a different lifestyle, that's why I said you couldn't pay me to work a job now unless you pay me at least like $1 million a year, because I don't want that anymore. I found what I really enjoy. And even though, don't get me wrong, I really like notary. But one of the reasons that I really like notary, I think, is because, how they say the grass is greener. Like, I've had so many bad jobs, hard jobs, bad jobs, that when I found this, I said, it cannot be this simple. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, there's sometimes to this day, I will still go to a notary appointment, make $100 in 10 minutes and say, "How in the world?" Now, there's people who go out and make more than that doing in different industries. I'm not saying that that's like $1 million, but what I'm saying is all the work that I've used to do, I used to be at work all day, like a 9 to 5, and get $100 or maybe like after, and then we're not talking about taxes, okay? And so for me to go somewhere, I promise you to this day, there's still moments where I show up to an appointment, I'm there for like 10 minutes, I got paid $100, and I'm like, how? I love what I do. And I love what I do because of the money, but also because of the time. Like, I'm telling you, that was really big for me. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. And so when I'm talking to her name is Tammy, y'all gonna hear from her tomorrow. When I'm talking to her and she's like, "Yeah, I did it," and she's hitting her 10K, it's like, how you in a club, like you in a club, and it's like when you have a TSA pre-check, right? And you ain't gotta wait in line, right? So when you're in the club and you like, "Oh, you know too, yeah, I know," it's like, man, you made it. Let's go. Because it's like once you get there and you see how sweet it is, it's like, man, it makes everything worth it. It makes everything worth it. I'm telling you what I know. But I say that to say, a lot of times, like when I'm talking to you guys, whether you're in the coaching, whether you're in anything, or even if you just call me and you're like, "I promise you, I'm gonna tell you how I go." I'll put this in my phone, but my ring. I'll tell you how I go. I call you. I'm gonna tell you how I go. "Hey, I just want to check in and see how you're going. See how things are going." And it's, "Well, I haven't been getting any work. It's really slow." Like, the idea that nothing is slow. Stop saying that. It's not slow. Don't take this the wrong way. You are slow. Not mentally. You're moving too slow. You're not being aggressive. Okay? You're not. And I'm not even asking y'all to do hard stuff. Real quick, I know y'all had some bad jobs. Real quick, put in the chat something that was really hard. A hard job that you had. Let me think about the hardest job I had. Hold on. I gotta say gutter cleaning. Gutter cleaning was hard. Like, gutter cleaning in the heat, okay, 100-degree weather, and you got these heavy ladders, and it's hot, and it's sweaty. Gutter cleaning. Yeah, listen, I used to have a cleaning company. House cleaning. Y'all know people got some real nasty houses. I mean, like, you think you done seen a nasty house till you see a nasty house, okay? Cleaning, having a cleaning company, that's hard. We're actually going and cleaning up all of this gunk. That is disgusting, okay? I've had so many jobs. I can tell you that, this was hard. Oh, God, right? I'm asking y'all to sit down. I'm asking y'all to sit down in your chair, in your house. You can eat some snacks while you do it and sign up, do 5-minute applications to signing services. Are you kidding me? I'm asking y'all to post content on your website and your Google profile that now we can all use ChatGPT and just say, give me 5 articles about this, copy, paste. I'm asking y'all to do the easiest things in comparison to the things that most of us have had to do, especially if you're a nurse. My mom's a nurse. I've heard the horror stories. Okay, somebody has to put nurse. My mom's a nurse. I've heard the horror stories. I'm asking y'all to do the easiest things. And the only thing I come up with why I'm getting all this kickback on why you're not doing it is because, one, you're either not sold, you haven't convinced yourself that you can actually do this, and you're scared and you're comfortable at the job that you're at. Because if you knew that you could be successful at this, you would go harder. You know what I'm saying? You would go harder. But it's just like there's a disconnect. But one thing that I really enjoy, then I'll respond to some of your questions. One thing that I really, really enjoy, and it makes my day, I promise you, because I don't get it all the time. And I can be completely honest with you. Out of 1,000 students, I may get, I don't even know, maybe like 10 out of 1,000. I have thousands of students. I may get 10 that reach back out to me and say, hey, I made 6 figures. You know, and you have to say, well, that's not good. I know, but it's just like, that's everybody else, and they're making money. Don't get me wrong. They're all making money. Well, now I ain't gonna say, some of them don't do nothing, but they're all make money. But to make that 6 figures is not easy. It's not. If it was, most people in America don't make 6 figures. So I didn't say it was easy. It's a challenge. You have to work at it. But I'm asking you to work on something I'm asking you to work on something that is easy in comparison to what you have to do. Like, you have to do computer work, right? You have to call people. You have to send emails. And maybe, yes, you have to go in person and introduce yourself. I'm just saying, like, I would do this all day. I can do this notary, honey. Yes, I can do this all day. And so I'm just saying that to say, she made me so happy. So y'all gonna hear her story tomorrow. Her name is Tammy. She can come here tomorrow. She can tell you how she make a 10K as a notary. And I will tell you, I'm thinking about all my students. Now, I have more that I just haven't done interviews with. The reason why I really wanted to get her is because she was working with me. And I remember like talking to her at different times, and she'd be like, I'm trying to do this and I'm hitting this wall. I want to get into online notary, and she's hitting and she's and so let's think about this when I break my students down. And I think on Thinkific itself, where I do my courses, I think I have like 15,000 students enrolled. Out of 15,000 students, only like 20% of them actually engage with me as far as calling me and saying, hey, can you help me? And, I don't know, it's not, I'll say 30. I'll give you 30. I'm going to give you 30. I'm going to give you 30. I'll give you 30. That's really like, that I learned their names, that they, and it's not that, for the record, now, y'all don't blow me up. Y'all don't call me that often. It's so funny because people will say, like, you answer your phone. Y'all don't call that much, which lets me know, you got to understand, the students that kill it, the ones that they act like Ebony. Y'all remember Ebony? I'll talk about her a lot because she's really big on social, right? Lori, all of them, they called a lot. When I say a lot, like, y'all go tag Ebony, let her know. Ebony used to text me all the time, call me all the time. Vanessa, what is it? Y'all know how she is. Vanessa, okay? She was down on me, very aggressive. I got a couple more students like that right now who's down on me, very aggressive. It's not all y'all though. And I could be grateful because if 13,000 students was calling me very aggressively, I'd probably lose my mind. But I say that to say, y'all don't, it's not like y'all are not calling. So it's like y'all are not emailing. Y'all are not like, oh, Vanessa, you know, which lets me know I don't think most of you guys, to be honest with you, if you're not getting your results, I don't think you're truly invested. You know, and what happens is like sometimes like we'll just do random calls this morning, just random call outs. Hey, what you doing? Oh, I'm not doing the course, so I'm working on. I just hear excuses. I love y'all. That's all here. Oh yeah, you know this and that and hippity hoo blah 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 blah. Okay, but the ones that I will tell you, I can think of a few students that didn't call me and email a lot, but then they reached out and said, hey, I did it. I made 6 figures, and they didn't need my help. They were go-getters by themselves. But the majority of the ones that did make it, whether that was like, even if they didn't want 6 figures, they just wanted to be comfortable, replace their income. They were the ones that were calling and emailing and like, hey, I need help with this. I need help with this. Help me with this. Help me with this. Right. And so you can always tell the difference. I always say, I can get on a coaching call with any one of you guys. I've been doing this for 5 years where I can say, hold on one second. Rita, you got it? Okay. Yeah, I can get a coaching call with any one of y'all. And within about 3 to 4 minutes, I can tell what you're going to do. I've been doing this. Now, I've been a notary for 10 years, but I've been coaching y'all for about 4 years, about 4 years now. So I already know what you're going to do. I already know. I can tell. If you do something for 4, 5 years, honey, you pretty much got it down. So right now, if I get on a call with any one of y'all, like right now, Samantha, she just walked in, she going to do it. She going to do it. I can tell because I can see her drive. She's in our Built for You. That thing be texting me all the time. I put her on blue. That thing text me. She called me. She's like, hey, Vanessa, listen. So I know she's going to do it. I know she's going to do it because and some people don't need that, constant push. But if you're one of people who's like, I had another student of mine, she said, Vanessa, I just need you to call me every day. Like, I'm not going to call you every day. You can call me though, but I need you to actually do the work. Like you have to do the work. All right. So let me hit some of your questions really quick and then we'll wrap it up for today. Also, she said, I'm trying not to harass you. Y'all don't harass me. This is the thing. Because this is the thing. I'm going to tell y'all, how many of y'all know I'll fuss you out? How many of y'all have been fussed out by Vanessa? And I do it nicely. I'm not mean. I'm intentional. Okay? I will fuss you out. Guess what? If you call me 3 days back to back and we still on the same topic, I'm going to fuss you out. Because it's not the task. Why are you not doing it? Let's work through this. What's going on in your head? And I'll help you break down why you're procrastinating, because there's something going on. It's not just you don't have the time. I will fuss you out and let you know what you done did. Okay? I think it's because I'm a mom. I'm gonna tell you about yourself. Okay? And I don't play about this. Don't play with my time. Don't do that. If you want dilly dally around, I have some students who like, I don't kind of like get to it when and that's fine, because I can meet you where you at. You chilling. This is like a hobby. You ain't really pressed. Cool. But don't be in my inbox crying and snot bubbles. And then when I get on the phone, you ain't working. And now I'm gonna fuss you out because you saying you done did something. Okay? You done said you gonna do something. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? That's how I'm like, so say I'm fuss you out. But what was I saying? I was going to tell y'all something really quick, but I will fuss you out. And I don't know why I fuss. Maybe because I care. That could be why. I will fuss you out. And feel free. I have been fussed out. So I have students that fuss me out. This is my national global apology. Sometimes I drop the ball. I do. Sometimes I'm a human too. I may miss something. I may delay on getting you something. Or, I drop the ball. I may miss an appointment. I may miss a meeting. And I done been fussed out a couple times. And I appreciate the fussing because I have to get better, And so I will fuss. I will. All right, hold on. There was a couple questions. You are speaking to me. I'm sitting at my desk in my 9 to 5. I think somebody finna quit. Don't quit unless you're ready to commit. Oh, I like that. Don't quit unless you're ready to commit. Don't quit unless you're ready to commit. Okay. Do you do any one-on-ones? I do. The coaching programs at notarytonotary.com. Promo code BROTHER. I always wanted a brother. Okay. No, promo code BROTHER gives you 70% off the coaching program. 70% off all of our courses. Okay. I don't know my why. I'm just out here trying to make money so I can pay debt. Well, that's your why. Your why is you want to get out of debt. So use that. So it's a tool that I use when I got a debt, and I tell everybody to do this because I used to listen to like Gordon Ramsay guy, and I try to do like the snowball effect. So I tweaked it a little bit. I took all of my debt. Most people who are in debt don't know how much debt they have. I took all of my debt. I didn't care what it was. I took all my debt and papers, all the pages, and then I listed it from smallest to biggest. And then the smallest one I took with me everywhere I went. So before I bought a Starbucks, I don't go to Starbucks. I'm just using an example. Well, I do sometimes. Before I go to Starbucks, before I go to Target, before I do anything, and I spend money, it's right there in my wallet. As soon as I open it, so that I can see, so you're going to spend $20 on this, or you're going to put it on this. And that, just doing that alone helped me redirect more money to pay off my debt. Because it's right in your face. When it's not in your face and you just know it exists, you don't really deal with it. But when you can see it every day, and you can see the money you're choosing to spend, and you got this debt right here also in your wallet, that made a really big change for me. And the more you're doing it, the small one, the more motivated you get. Do you really call me? I was just shocked. I did call you. She said, did you really call me? I was just shocked when I heard your voice, but I didn't think it was you. I do call you. But I said, it's, what is it, like 15,000 of you guys? So I don't get to call all of you, but I try. I do my best. What's hard is getting started. I don't have the funds right now, so I'm not trying to hear none of that, because to be a notary in most states is like $50 to $100, if that. You can get $100. You can DoorDash. You can get stuff off of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and resell it. And all you need is a stamp. All you need is a commission and a stamp. You could commission stamp is $20, $120. You can start this business. Do your first general notary work real quick. Get that money, go and get you some insurance. Do another one, get that money, go and get you a journal. You know, you can do a little makeshift journal. What we're not going to do is make excuses. If I said, oh, you got to get into real estate, you need like $2,000 just to be listed in the MLS. It's money in certain industries. I didn't have any money when I started. I think I'm playing. Honey, I was broke. I was so broke. My name was in the dictionary beside broke. Okay, I was broke when I got started. And I was working a job. How many of y'all know you can work a job and still be broke? Okay, I was broke. I was so broke. I told you I wouldn't take the end of the exam. And I failed it like 3 times or 7 times. I failed it 7 times. They had a book on their website that was like $100-something. I ain't have it. So I went on Amazon and I got a version of it that was like 10 or 15 years old for $15. Okay, I told me about this old book and it better work. Okay, so no, you can make it work. You can make it work. If I told you had to get it done, you would get it done, honey. Hey, wait, hold on. Onika, I was like Juicy Vibes. Onika, hey, honey bun. You got to come out of the office and say hey to me. All right, I think I answered all my Instagram questions. Hold on. But yeah, so I want to send another email out about the Built For You program. We have the Built For You, the mini built, all of our courses too. Like I said, the courses are all on sale for 70% off, and we have one-on-one coaching, and we have live events. Everything you need to do it is here. You just got to pick, okay, I want to do it like this. And my how to make $1,000 a week as a notary public and my do-it-yourself wrong guide, they're free today as an ebook. Okay. All right. So questions from YouTube. Hold on. I missed your call. Da, 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 da. Okay, I have a real estate background now. Work for the airline, but my why is for time and freedom to pursue my other business goals. You're giving me a spanking, and I don't know it. Okay, do you still have the unlimited event pass? Send me an email, info@notarytonotary.com. Ross. First of all, Ross, I'm gonna lay you out real quick. I felt it because you've been with me for a minute. You've been with me for too long. Too long now. At least a year. I didn't see you too long. And you said, but that's stuff I want to walk before I walk on this 9 to 5 today. You might need to, because I think you're comfortable, baby. Okay. Now, if you like your 9 to 5, you can stay there. But I've had students that have been with me for like a year, 2, 3 years, and they didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing, like nothing. We got a problem. Because why are you here? I'm not kicking you out, but why are you here? You just want to hear me talk? Am I funny? I am funny, I ain't gonna lie. But listen, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it. What are we doing? If we're gonna do it, we gotta do it. Because guess what? If you don't change anything today, your tomorrow will be the same. I heard another quote that says, what you're not changing, you're choosing. Honey, listen, okay? All right, so deliver the mail and text. That was hard. Vanessa, you making me think about, I think I'm gonna clock out. Honey, listen, that voice inside of you that says, I think I want to clock out, that's a real thing. Okay, that's a real thing, and you just mute it every day, because I felt that way. And what happens is you're afraid to bet on yourself, and you might fail. You might, and so that is intimidating, and your mind is trying to protect you. It's like, okay, well, you might fail if you do that, but if you stay here, at least you have food. At least you have a roof over your head. At least you have this, and so you settle and you settle and you settle. But that voice, if you're listening to me and you have that voice that says, oh, I think I want to quit, there's never a day, besides when y'all stress me out with training, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I need a break. But in notary work, there's never a day where I'm going to quit. I really like what I do. Now, I have had people that piss me off, and I'm like, listen, you, all right now. But I love what I do so much that I say all the time, I probably will do this the rest of my life. I want to add more things on because I like to do more, but I enjoy it. I actually enjoy what I do for a living. What? Yeah. Okay. Now, if you have that feeling, oh, I want to quit, that's because you're doing something that doesn't align with who you are. You just are doing it because it's giving you a paycheck. And people, this other thing I said one time too, I did a video on it. Y'all have to get out of this mindset of, I have bills. People say all the time, I have bills. Some of y'all say that. I got bills, so I got to work this job. Honey, let me take you to a little secret. A little secret. Everybody in America has bills. Everyone. The poor person, the middle class, the wealthy. We all have bills. Bills are not unique to you. Okay. So if you say, I have bills, need to make money, everyone has bills. Everyone has to make money. So you have to just figure out, okay, how am I going to make my money? Am I going to settle? And people you have to realize, if I had never, understand how scary that is. If I had never gotten to entrepreneurship heavy, I would still be doing that. I'll probably be probably GM now of the rest. Well, probably be director or somewhere else, or, just doing more jobs, bouncing around. But that would be my life. I knew. So this is my thing. How long have you been on your job? Anybody who's working a job, like a regular job, not entrepreneurship. How long have you been on your job? The longest job I ever had was probably 5 years, but it was broken up. I quit a lot. I used to work at Qdoba. I quit a lot. Okay. My longest job was 5 years and I quit it a lot. It was Qdoba. I quit and I come back and I quit and I come back and I quit and I came back. Why? It was comfortable. I know how to roll burritos and I do it really well. I can make pico and guac and I can do the schedule and I can do shift change. I didn't have to think about it. It was easy. Okay. So I came back a lot. All right. But me personally, I don't like doing the same thing. So I would quit when I find it boring, a job boring, I quit. So most of my jobs, I probably only held for 6 months to a year. Okay. And then I quit. And I say it to say I've been doing this for 10 years and I haven't quit. Because I found something that I actually enjoy. Okay. Now, I don't have that. I'm also kind of cuckoo sometimes. I'm a little crazy. So I like to try new things. But there are some people, you can stay in a job for 5, 10, 15, 20 years that you don't like. How many of y'all know some of y'all built like that? And that's cool. I'm not built like that. One of my students said she's like that because she was taught to be that way. That's how it was years ago. It was your parents taught you that you stayed in the job. You stayed in the job for 20, 30, 40 years and you get your pension. That was what was taught. And so if you built like that you can sustain and you can do something for 20 and 30, the only thing I can do that long is raise these kids, honey. That's about it. My kids they difficult, but they're also rewarding. Okay. So I can do that long term, but a job, no. No. Okay. Not doing it. Okay. And so you're the extra and energetic, we're aware. Okay. But I say it to say some people will sit in a job for 20, 30, 40 years and then look up and say, well, I can't tell you how many suits I had. They're well, I can retire in 5 years. Honey, you could be dead in 3. Did you know that? Did you know that though? Were you aware that was a possibility? Most of I think sometimes we are a little out of touch. We be like, no, I can't die before then. I gotta get my pension, honey. You do know. There's this video on Instagram. This girl, I love her content. Well, I love this one. She said, you do know we die at the end of this. Like, no matter what's going on, you do know we all die at the end of this, right? And so I said to say, most people, they put in their time, they put in 10, 20, 30 years to get pension, right? And now I've said this joke for years. You work that job for 30, 40 years that you didn't love. You love your job, that's something different. I've had students that I've had a couple, not a lot, that love their job. They want to do both. If you love your job, that's okay. If you don't love, I'm currently serving a 25 to life parenting sentence. Exactly. If you love your job, then that's fine. If you don't love your job, what's going to happen is you're going to do it. You're going to do your time. Okay, you're going to do your time. God willing, you make it out of there alive. And then you're going to be 70 with arthritis and can't do nothing. I'm so confused on how we got sold this. I didn't get sold this. A lot of people got sold that. I almost got sold that. No, like why are we doing that? I don't understand. Make that make sense. No, right? And so I say it to say, if you're working a job you don't like and you feel it, you like, but you also have to be able to commit to working on yourself, and you have to work on your business. Like you can't just quit your job and say, okay, I'm free. You free right now, but in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, you're going to be homeless if you don't put that work in. Okay. So you can't just quit and say I'm free. You got to quit and do your work. Like you have to actually work. This is a business. This is a job. Like this is your job. This is your business. You have to work. Okay. All right. So hold on. Let me see. I can't spend any more money until I add. Yes, that's right, Saran. Saran's in the mini bill. You got a lot of work to do, mama. All right, I just got my notary commission. I'm barely making it with 2 children. I want to take your course, but I don't know which one to do. Do the ultimate notary training. Put the promo code BROTHER on it. It makes it like, what is that? Like $70, I think? Not even? Okay, let me see. Hold on. I'm not doing the math right. Ultimate notary training. If you just follow everything inside the ultimate notary training, you will be fine. If you say, well, Vanessa, I also need coaching because I need that help, then get into the one-on-one coaching. The one-on-one coaching is normally $199 a month. Put the promo code on it. What does that make that? I don't know, like $50 a month, maybe something like that. It's okay. Like you pay, how much you pay for Netflix? I pay like $20 for Netflix. Okay. You okay. You could do $50 a month for coaching. You can do that. You will be fine. Okay. And Netflix is not making you any money. Okay. You can do that. It's what we have to start looking at what we're spending our money on and our time. What we're spending our time on. Some of y'all, we complain and say, I don't have time to work on my business. Yes, you do. We all have the same amount of time. So how am I getting stuff done and you not? That don't make no sense. Not none, not zilch, not zero. Okay? You have the time to do it if you're choosing to. There's a quote the guy said. He said, it's never a lack of time or resources. It's always a lack of priorities and resourcefulness. Okay? It's always a lack of priorities and resourcefulness. So if you say, hey, I don't have the time, your priorities are out of whack. Or there's another quote that says, you want me to show you what your priorities are? Let me see your schedule. That's what your priorities are. Okay, let's be clear. All right. Some of y'all stayed up last night and y'all watched Super Bowl. I did. I quite enjoyed it. I enjoyed a halftime show. That's what I was here for. Okay. But some of y'all ain't have time to watch. I had one of my students, who was it? I think was it Latrice? One of y'all said, I ain't watching Super Bowl, working my business right now. Some of y'all didn't need to be watching the Super Bowl. Some of y'all should have been working on your business. But she was like, ooh, priorities, your priorities. Okay. So if you said my time is, I don't have the time. If you don't, your priorities are out of whack, like your priorities are somewhere else. If you say I don't have the money, then it's not a lack of resources, it's like a resourcefulness, okay? Because you acted like now the Built For You program is an investment. Of course, you can do Klarna or Affirmative Payment Plan, but you don't have to do that. You can do the Ultimate Notary. I think it's like $80 with that promo code. If you don't have $80, you can get it. And you know how easy it is to get $80 in America? Stop playing. Okay, you can go on Facebook Marketplace. You can get stuff for free. You can resell it. Okay, you can ask your uncle, your sister, your brother. You can DoorDash. You can Instacart. What else can they do? Y'all know it's always way you can donate blood. Whatever, you can donate plasma. Okay, what else is there? You can babysit for somebody, honey. If you were local to me, no, I'm just kidding. But there are ways to do it, and then think about what you're spending your money on. Okay, you can take a week and say, well, I'm only eating oodles and noodles this week so I can save my money for this. You could do that. Okay, shout out to ramen. Okay, so let's not. It's always a lack of resourcefulness. Okay, bringing it back. Hold on one second. Okay, so Lorenzo said, you can get on me. You can get on me. I moved to Alexandria from Georgia. I'm a notary and I'm familiar with loan documents. I want to do the same in Virginia. I need your opinion. Just do it. Just do it. I will tell you, like, there's more in Virginia. You can also do e-notary, Lorenzo. So you could do e-notary and general notary and loan closing and a bunch of other stuff too. And weddings. Now, it's easier to do weddings in Georgia, but you can definitely do weddings in Virginia too. Easy, easy, chicken squeezy. Okay. Getting ready for work now, and I don't want to go. Tamara, I'm gonna beat you. And I don't condone violence. I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you because you were in the mini build and we finished your build. So I'm trying to understand why you're not working. Now, granted, you're in the mini build, so we don't do everything, but we did a lot, which means the time that you're taking to go do that, you should be marketing. You should be work. You had the signing service. You had the field inspections. You could be filling your schedule very easily. You can't say I don't want to go. Because if you want something else, you have to actually put the work in to build that other thing, right? And I always say, like, is it built overnight? No. But you can get pretty solid. Especially if the mini build, most of it's done for you. I'm gonna beat you. You need to book a call with me so we see where you are. Book a call. Use the same little Calendly link. So I'm gonna beat you. Okay. Let me see. Yes, over a year. So long. My commission is expiring next year, but I want a business center. But that's really scary. Well, lots of things. This was scary. When I opened this center, I was scared. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this is the best. No, I was scared. I did it anyway. And I've been here now my third year. Some of y'all think you scared you can't do it. Honey, I was scared to drive. Do you understand if I didn't start driving when I was scared, I would not have my license right now? And now I can eat and drive at the same time. Okay? So you could be scared all day, but we have to move. But sometimes I'm tell what y'all do too. Real quick, I'm going to help y'all. Some of y'all learn one thing. Like, I'm going to study general notary work. And then I'm going to study loan closing. And then I'm going to study this. And then you're like, okay, but you didn't execute on none of it. I'm going to go do this now too. Like, you just doing too much. You doing too much. Too much. Pick one thing, general notary work, loan closing, whatever. Make money doing that. Stop trying to do too much. I have people who like, oh, I'm going to be a notary signing agent. And they ain't even done a closing yet. And they're like, okay, I'm going to go out. But actually, I heard I should start a signing service. Honey, you just scared to go out and do it. Can we stop? Because there's always more to learn. There's always more to implement. There's always something else you can add. How about we execute? Can we do that? Please? Sir and ma'am, can we do that? You're welcome. Okay? Trying to help you today. Let me say, I worked for Chrysler for 12 years. What's they could have done? And then you got laid off. Was the best thing I could. Sierra! You're in the built for you. Right? Sierra? Boom, boom, boom. Right? All right. Let me see. I did a signing, but I did catch the halftime. And you had a signing on Sunday. Yeah, Detrice is in the built for you too. So Detrice said I did a signing, but I caught the half, and the halftime was a vibe. Okay. Anyway, hey there, what's the discount code? The discount code is for today. It ends on the 14th, and it's 70% off the courses and the coaching. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Hold on. You need me? What's up? Oh, I don't know. You gotta give me a minute. See, parenting, it never ends, and we keep going. All right, so she like, Mom, wait. Okay. Let me see. My problem is marketing. No, because you already know how to market and you have all the courses. Your problem is not marketing, because I already told you what to do. Your problem is you're not doing it. Love you. Said that in love. You're welcome. Okay. Stop stepping on my toes. Get your toes out the way and I won't step on them. Get your toes out the way. Okay. Your toes in the way. Krista was like that, but Krista's another 6-figure notary. I'll put her interview on, where I put you at? YouTube. Yes, she was in the Built For You and graduated, and let's go. And Crystal, now there's another Built For You student we're going to interview tomorrow. Her name is Tammy. She's making $10,000 a month too. Let's go. Thank you. I'm going to send an email out for the Built For You program too. It's not on the website, so we only do it by email. And I put the link also. I don't know if it's in my Instagram link tree. I'm not sure. I gotta check, but I'll add it to the mini build and the build for you. Yes, it is profitable. You just have to work it. Tell them, honey bunny. Is being a notary still profitable? I've been researching a lot of people stopped in 2023. Also, can you go over the difficulties of operating an attorney state? Yes. Okay, so I love this question. Okay, I love this question because I get to rant and rave. Okay, so people always ask, is being a notary profitable? I've been making $10,000 a month since 2016 doing this business. Doing a business that I thought was just going to give me gas money. I had no intention of doing this full time. Look at my face. None at all. Zero, zilch, nada. When I started doing this business, I was also I had a job and I was doing MLMs. So you guys ever did an MLM? I did like 5 links. I did Wake Up Now. You name it, I did it. Okay. I was in all the MLMs. And that's what I thought was going to be my ticket out of there. Ended up being notary. So let me tell you what happened with the 2023. Okay. I did a video about this. It stressed me out. Notary has been around for years, decades. Okay. Decades. I am not the first 6-figure notary. Okay. I am not the first. What happened was when COVID came in 2021, around that time, interest rates dropped to like 2 and 3%. It was very low, which means everyone in the U.S. wanted to either buy a house or refinance. Okay, it's a lot of people in the United States, which then meant they had to have notary signing agents to close said transactions. During that time frame, it was very easy to get work. All you had to do was get your commission. There were companies that would just take, you didn't have to have background check, you didn't NNA, so you didn't need nothing. They didn't care if your picture like this. They was going to hire you because they wanted you to close, okay? There were so many loans that were delayed closing because there was not enough notaries. It was a fluke. Okay. What's the last thing that was like that where it was like, yo, that was crazy? Sometimes it happens. It's like different shifts in the market and make something crazy happen. Oh, snap. Also, during that time frame, attorneys saw the largest influx of estate documents. Unfortunately, a lot of people were dying at that time. So people were doing wills, trusts, medical directives, all that stuff. So they were also flooded. Okay. Now, after the market regulated, it actually didn't regulate, it actually overcorrected, and we had really high interest rates, and it was not as easy to get loan closing work. All of the people who flooded into the market to be notary signing agents during that time said, oh my gosh, this hurts, it's hard, I can't get no money, this is all challenging. And they left. Do you know who stayed? All of the notaries who were here before it hit. If you think about it, I promise you, I'm not going to say the majority of successful notaries who were successful prior to COVID did not leave when the market went south, because this is not our first rodeo. Okay. We know how to do other things. And there were still closings. We knew how to do other things. General notary work, e-notary, all the field inspections, all the things. So the people, and I will tell you, 90% of the people who left and who are talking about that the market is dead and we had to leave, I guarantee you they came in during COVID. So that was their only point of context they could relate it to. They came in during a very easy time. So when it got hard, they assumed the market was dead. Okay. Another example, a lot of realtors, okay, who are very successful, they had that same experience. The market took that shift, but the ones who are very successful, the very successful ones, they didn't go anywhere because they already know what it is. It's going to correct. This is what happens. It's called an economy. Okay. They didn't go anywhere. Who left? The people, the loan officers that came in during COVID, the realtors that came in during COVID, they were like, oh my God, you know how many people became loan officers during COVID and were made like high 6 figures, almost millionaires during COVID, and then left right after. Nothing wrong with leaving. I mean, you just came in to get it real quick and leave, but they left right after because it's not as easy anymore. Okay. So that's that whole fluke. All right. Yes, being a notary is still very profitable. It's not going anywhere. People get documents notarized every single day. It's not going anywhere. Unless they change the law and say, hey, we no longer want notaries anymore because we just don't want to do it. And that's just the law that's across the country, which is probably never, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I will say, I do think in like 10, 20 years, it's going to be AI that does it. I do believe that. We'll have to wait and see. You can mark my words and that's going to happen. It just is more cost effective. Plus, AI will be more accurate than the human eye comparing checking identity. So I do see that happening in 10, 20 years, but it probably will have it a way to where you can pivot and run the automation as the notary. I don't know. We'll see. But that's 10, 20 years from now. We're here. Working on today. We're trying to get you lunch. Okay. We're trying to pay your rent today. All right. Being an attorney state only applies for loan closings for properties located in that state. So if you're in Georgia, that law only applies to properties in Georgia, not someone that lives in Georgia with a property in Florida. Also, it doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means you have to have attorney supervision, which is usually having the attorney on the phone while you do the closing. When I do closings in Virginia or in Florida for properties that are located in attorney states, I still have to call the attorney. It's the law. You just call them while you do the closing. It's not this deep. I promise you, if you're in an attorney state, please don't. I know you see people talk about, oh my gosh, it's so hard. I'm going to cry now. Stop it. People complain a lot on the internet. I realize that there's a lot of complainers on the internet. They do. I'm telling you, I had somebody recently, what they said, somebody commented, it was so funny because I didn't realize what they were saying. I thought they were being like, I'll be out of touch sometimes. They were saying, like, I was talking about field inspections, and they were like, oh, so basically like, oh, so now it's a miraculous way that people can go out and make $20 to $50, in 5 minutes. Woo! And it's like, yeah, it is. I'm confused. I'm honestly confused. I'm like, yeah, that's a thing. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm so confused. Like I said, oh, you can do a loan signing appointment for $100 in 30 minutes, so I can get $100 in 30 minutes. Ooh, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, you can. This is weird. This is getting awkward. So I'm like, people are just like, but I get it. Most people work. I had another lady. I posted the field inspections, and she sent me a message. She said, Vanessa, I'm doing on average about $700 to $1,000 a week in inspections. I just wanted to let you know that, but I need the apostille class, please. Like, as I said, people are making money, but it's just like, I don't know. I think that's what I think it is. I think people that try and don't make money, they don't try to get help. They just complain and just say, oh, the industry's dead. And then it's unfortunate. That's why I always tell people who want to get into the space not to listen to people. For real, I don't. I say if you want to get into a space, just go to the people who are the best in the space and let them tell you how to do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's for anything. It's like even with parenting. If you see that, I'm not talking about parenting. Some people say there's no bad parents. Okay, cool. Let's say even like with like money. Like, would you go get money advice for somebody who's like bad with money, like they're broke, they never have any money? No. Like, would you go to like an overweight personal trainer? Most likely not, right? Because I'm like, this doesn't really sound right. Would you go to a sick doctor? No. So why are we taking advice from people who are not successful in a space we want to be in? That doesn't make sense. I'm confused. Make that make sense to me. I don't get it. And one thing you have to realize, in every industry, there's always going to be the top, the middle, and people who can't do it, right? It's something they can't. They're just choosing not to. That's why I was about real estate. That's why in real estate you have $1 million realtors, right? How is it that in an area, in a state, right? Let's say the city, right? In a city, you can have $1 million realtors. You can have 6-figure realtors. You can have people who don't really make nothing, probably make like $50,000 a year. People who have no deals. They all have this, and they all have the same license. How is that? You ask the person who makes no money, they're going to say, what? It's the economy. It's the election. It's I didn't learn this. All the excuses in the world. The person that's a little higher, they'll have excuses, probably a little different. But the person at the top, what are they going to say? It's good. I got it. I did it. I figured it out. Is it hard? Yes, but I did it. They're all the same people, all the same license. Is their perspective and what they're doing and how they're working through, and probably who they're talking to that's making a difference. But they all the same license. Same thing with notary. We all of us, if you're notaries, let me tell you something. I don't have an extra special notary commission. Okay. When I apply for my notary commission, I don't say, oh, yeah, give me the extra one. That one over there, that one. Yeah, give me that special one. I don't do that. I don't say, hey, you know that license you got in the back, the one that costs extra, let me get that one. No, we have the same commission. Okay. We have the same commission. Crystal, that makes 6 figures in Indiana, she has the same commission. Tammy, that y'all will hear from tomorrow, that makes 6 figures in Virginia, she has the same commission. We all, no matter where you are, you have the same, we all have that same piece of paper, okay? We all have the same thing. Now, what we choose to do with that piece of paper, how we choose to convert it into money, that's completely up to you. But we all have the same piece of paper. It might have a different state on it, but we all have the same piece of paper. Okay? All right. I think I'm done fussing y'all out for today. That was good. I didn't even come on here to fuss at y'all. I didn't. I came on here. I was here for 10 minutes. I've been on here for I don't even know how long. And I was going to tell y'all about Tammy and tell y'all that she's going to be on here tomorrow at 12 o'clock. She's in the Built For You program, and she hit her $10,000 a month. Her husband's helping her do it, and I was really proud of her. I will tell you about that and tell y'all that it really makes me happy when I see people that actually do it and they're successful, and it makes me happy. That's what I came on here for. And then I end up fussing, but it was good. I enjoyed the fuss. It was nice. I quite enjoyed it. All right. Now, to conclude, that's all I got, y'all. No, to conclude, yes, I can help you. We have one-on-one coaching. The one-on-one coaching on the website. Look at Crystal. I have a signing. I got to go. I love it. I have one-on-one coaching on the website, notarynotary.com. Use promo code BROTHER for 70% off. Get into the courses. All of our courses on there. We have like 18 different courses. You definitely want to start with the Ultimate Notary Training. Put that promo code in, BROTHER. Okay, 70% off on that. We have live classes that's coming up this week. If you go to notarynotary.com, click events, we have field inspections. We have apostille. We have, I think it's remote online notary, a couple different classes we have coming up. That's live trainings. We can ask your questions with me live. And we also have I'm missing one, coaching courses, events. Oh, and the do-it-yourself Ron guide, my ebook, and the How to Make $1,000 a Week are free today. If you go to notarytonotary.com, no code needed. Just go there. They're free to download. And then the Built For You program, I have sent out as an email. It's not on our website. I will send out the mini build and the full build program. So if you guys want to get into that, we help you build your business. A lot like Crystal's in the Built For You, Detrice in the Built, Samantha's here is in the Built For You. And Tammy finished the Built For You program. She's the one I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Okay, so like I said, we're going to help you get going. I will send all that out via email. I think I answered everybody's questions. And I will see you guys the way go. And Samantha's actually in here, so I'm going to sit down with her and work on her Built For You. But that is all. 6 o'clock on the wall. Be great on purpose. And until next time, you too can be a 6-figure notary. Just got to put the work in. It's very doable. You just have to work at it. Okay, put the work in and you will be fine. Okay, all right, let me see what I'm going to end you guys out on. Hey guys, have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did.